discussed related to where clause and group by clause, and both of them were helping me to generate some good result sets. Now let's see one step ahead, that how does another part of accessing will be helpful for me in terms of accessing the data more appropriately, more precisely according to the requirements. So the next clause which we are going to study is nothing but a having clause. Now many people think that where clause and having clause does the same thing. Why? Because both of them help us to do the filtration approach. But there is a slight difference between both of them. Let's try to understand what is that slight difference, and let's try to first understand why does a having clause is required, and then later on let's see the theoretical explanation of having clause and use it practically with us. So if you can see on my screen that I have a data. Now this is the data which we were using in terms of understanding how does clauses will help us to gather the result set. Now if I see this data, in this data if I say that find which department has more than 3 employees in them. Now as per my question, if I say the question is find which department has more than 3 employees working. So my question is find which department or which of the department has more than 3 employees working in it. Now as per my table, how will I generate this result? First of all, let's understand what is the question and what is the ask of the question. We have to go to the employees table which we have, and later on we want to see how many employees are there in each department. Let's say there are departments such as HR, admin, IT, sales. So these are the 4 departments. I want to count how many employees are there in each department and gather only those department names which has count of employees greater than 3. So if I want to do over here, if I want to filter out the data in such a way, so how will I proceed further, and what are the do's and what are the don'ts? Let's try to understand. First, let's try to find out how many employees are there with respect to each department before filtering it out. So if I go and understand how many employees are there in each department, obviously I'm going to write something called as select, because my query always starts and proceeds with select. Now I am not going to write. Now if I write star from employees as my table name, so if I write this employees which is there, it is going to give me the entire table which is there. Now if someone asks me to write a where clause, it would be where. But do I have any filtering condition over here? I do have a filtering condition. That is, the count of employees must be greater than 3. So let me try that count of employee ID which was there is greater than 3. If I write something like this, it is going to throw me an error. Why there is going to be an error? The error lies because one of the criteria which you all must be knowing, that is aggregated function. Aggregated functions are not used in where clause as a filtering condition. So never to use aggregated functions over here with respect to my where clause, so that I can filter out the result set. So here count employee ID greater than 3. If I write query like this, it is not going to generate a proper result set for me. So this approach is wrong. So aggregated functions could not be used in where clause. It will give me error, that is invalid use of group function. Now this is one thing which I said. Let me then remove this and instead of where, I proceed with what? Group by. Because group by will give me groups and the group based summarized outcome. So my group would be of a department and I want to find out the count. So let me say that I want to create groups on the basis of what? Department. So here I've created group on the basis of department. Now as I've said in the last part that if you are creating groups of department, the part you write in group by, the same part is going to be in your select. So I'm going to write department over here as well. And what I want as a summarized outcome of that department, that is nothing but count. So let me write count and employee ID. So this is what I have written. So if I generate this result, what I am going to get? My query is going to go into my data and it is going to create groups on the basis of department. So department is one column which will be generated and count of employee ID is something which will be generated later. What I want that on the basis of each department, I want a summarized count. Now which one is the department? Let's say admin. Then I go with IT. I go with HR and then we have something called as sales. So admin as a group 1, 2, 3 and 4. So the count of admin is nothing but 4. Now IT as a group 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So there are 6 employees belonging to what? IT as a department. Now HR 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So there are 6 employees again belonging to which department? In HR department. And then comes the sales. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 employees are belonging to which department for me? Sales department. So the result which I have gathered over here with respect to my group by is known as grouped results or a grouped data. This is a result which I have got is known as grouped data or a grouped result or also known as grouped table. And this is your normal table. This is a table. And this is nothing but a grouped data or a grouped table. Now, as someone said, as per the question, find which department has more than 3 employees working in it. So I got the answer that all the departments have gathered more than 3 employees working in it without implementing this condition of greater than 3 and so on. But what if instead of 3, someone said that which of the department has employees greater than 5? So how I am going to filter? This grouped results need to be filtered. That is, that will not show admin, it will not show sales, it will only show IT and HR because that is a criteria which is being satisfied. So if I want to filter out this kind of result, will I use a where clause? Let's see. So if I use a where clause over here, where I write where count, because this is what I'm going to filter. The count of employee ID greater than 3, greater than 5. If I write something like that, it is obviously going to show me what? An error. Why? Because where clause should always be implemented before the use case of group by, not after the use case of group by. So this will show a positional error or a syntax error because a where could not be written after group by. And one thing to remember with where clauses, where will never filter aggregated data. So this as a condition will never be used. So where clause will never be sufficient for us in terms of working this. So what we can use in terms of getting the result set as per the query, as per the question is nothing called as having. So if I want to talk upon having clause, so what does having do? Having also filters the result set. but this result set will be filtered on the basis of grouped data, not the normal table. It is going to filter the result set for the group data or for the group table. So having, let's say I write count employee ID greater than 5. So you can see it will go to the group result created by group Y and it will check admin greater than 5, no. IT greater than 5, yes. HR greater than 5, yes. Sales greater than 5, no. So it will go to the grouped data created by the group by clause and it is trying to filter it out, which your where clause would not be do. So it will try to filter out the data on the basis of aggregation functions which were not suitable in your where clause. So if I want to simply explain something called as having clause. So having clause is used. So if I want to discuss that what is an having clause. So having clause is used to filter. So it is also used to filter, very similar to where clause, but the data filtering part differs. So having clause is used to filter group data. Now I showed you what is a group data. The result which you get from a group by clause is a group data. Group data or aggregated function, or it will filter the data on the basis of aggregated functions. That is known as having clause. So it is also used to filter out, but it has criteria that the data which is used is group and it can also filter out on the basis of aggregated function in the search condition. So that is what a having clause is there. It is always supported. It is always used after your group by clause. So whenever you group the data and then you want to filter out the group results, having is something which you are going to primarily use over there. So this was a having clause theoretically, but let's try to practically implement this with the help of code and let's see how it is differing. And in that, we'll understand the syntactical way of writing a having clause even with the presence of where clause as well. That my data can have where and having both of them. And then let's understand a quick difference between both of them. If I want to go my sheet. So what is this having clause? If you can see on my screen, having clause is used to filter out the grouped or aggregated columns or aggregated outcomes which have been provided by group by clause. So whatever result I do get from the group by clause is being filtered with the help of having clause. Having clause can consider aggregated function to filter. Now as I've said that in where clause you cannot use aggregated functions such as count, min, max, sum, average. But in your having clause, you can consider aggregated functions to filter out the result sets. Now, having is always written after group by. So, whenever there is a group by and when you want to utilize a having clause, it will always be mentioned after the group by clause which is there. And if I want to showcase you with a syntactical manner, the syntax is as follows. Let's select the column name remains the same, aggregated functions because a group by result would be filter. From table name and you can see that where the search condition which is there is in square bracket and which means that it's not mandatory that you should always have a search condition in your having clause ka use case. And when I talk upon after that, if where is not there, it will implement group by and it will implement something called as having condition. So having will always come after group by. So this was a theoretical explanation and the syntactical way that how it will be represented. Let's practically solve it out with the help of some questions. So the very first question which you can see on screen is find out which product line is having minimum quantities greater than 250. Which means I want to find out which of the product lines are having minimum quantities greater than 250. So first what I have to do, I have to go and find out minimum quantities as per each product line. And then I have to filter it out on the basis of the criteria, on the basis of the condition which I have gathered. So if I want to understand that which table is having this information, I have two tables. First is products and what is product lines. Let's understand both of them. So I have product lines, and you can see this shows me product lines table, but it doesn't show how many quantities are being there over here. So we will go in another table which is very similarly could be having those result sets. So that is nothing but products. Always on the basis of question you can find out okay which table would be used for my analysis. You can see it has product code, product name, product line, product scale, and then vendor, description, quantity in stock, buy price, and so on. So minimum quantities in stock available should be more than 250, which means those products where the minimum quantity in stock is greater than 250 quantities. So how will I do it? Let's say I'll write select star from table, and my table is nothing but what? Products. So I select this. When I execute it, it will show me the products table. Now what is the criteria? If you write, as I've said, that if you write where clause and then you write minimum, you write where clause and then you write minimum. The minimum quantities in stock is greater than 250. If I write something like this, it is going to throw me what? An error. If you can see, invalid use of group function. Now what is the meaning of invalid use of group function? Means aggregated function is used in a wrong manner. If you remember that where clause will never search data on the basis of aggregated function. So minimum quantity in stock is not going to be a filtering condition over here. So I cannot write where clause, and let me group by the data then, because as per each product line I want to find out the minimum. That is nothing but group by what? Group by product line. So it will group the data on the basis of product line, but when I run this, it is still going to show me an error. As I've said earlier, the column which you mentioned in group by, the same column should be part of your select. And you can see an error. Select list is not in group by, which means whatever I have selected is not a part of my group by. So what should I write? Product line. And it is just giving me the product lines. What I want with product lines as an outcome? The minimum quantity in stock. So I will write min quantity in stock as minimum. So if I execute this, you can see minimum quantity in stock is being available in each one of them. In classic cars, in motorcycles, in phones, in chips, in trains, and so on. So each product line minimum quantities are being gathered. So what I can do is, if you want to filter out this result, now this is not an actual table. Why it is not an actual table? Because it's not stored physically in this manner. It is something which we have generated from the query. If I want to filter out this result sets on the basis of the criteria which is mentioned, this is a grouped table. And for that, I will use something called as having. So, having clause, and in this having, instead of using the entire name such as minimum quantity in stock, I can also use minimum as an alias. So minimum as an alias, and I say minimum quantity in stock is 250. So this is what is required, and you can see not all product line information is being shared, only those product line information where the particular criteria, that is the minimum quantity in stock, should be greater than 250. So this is what we have gathered the data as per the question. I want to find those product lines which has minimum quantities ordered or in stock greater than 250. So this is what we have generated as a result set in the first question. Now The next question is, which order number has contributed more than 50k in terms of total amount? Which means I want to find out which order number has contributed more than 50k in terms of total amount. Let's see which one. So I'll go and select star from orders. So when I see this, there is nothing called as amount being stored over here. Now I can see for order details, and this is showing me the product code and the product ordered, the product code, quantity ordered, and price of each one of them. So as we have seen in the order details table, that the details related to quantity ordered and the price each of each order number is being given. So I want to find out how much each order number has contributed, and which order number has contributed more than 50k, that is nothing but 50,000 in terms of total amount. So first of all, I'm going to use an order details table, but I don't have a total amount as a column being created. So one thing which I need to do over here is to generate a total amount as a column and then do the task accordingly. So how will I proceed further with this query? So in order to do it, what I'm going to do is select star from order details, and as I said that you cannot use where clause over here, so I cannot write where total amount, and total amount as a column is still not available for me. So what I am going to do over here is nothing but create So what I am going to do over here is nothing but create a total amount as a column. But before proceeding further, let me generate groups. So I will be generating groups. Groups of what? Groups of order number. So order number is what I will use in order to create group. And as you know, the column which you write in group by, the same column comes into your select. So here I will be writing order number because it will generate a group. So if I run this query, it is creating groups of each order number. If you see the data, if you see the order details table which is there, you can see 10100 is something which is repeated in number of times. A group by clause is grouping it out and giving the group. The group which is created is 10100, and it will have the rest of the records belonging to that particular number. So we have generated a group by. Now of this group, what do I want to create? At 10100 IDs, I want to find out the total amount. Now I don't know how do I find out the total amount, but I do know for total amount I have quantity ordered and price each. Let's say one quantity was costing me 100 rupees. So if two quantities will be ordered, then how much it will be costing? 2 into 100, that is 200. If I order 10 quantities, so 10 into 100 is nothing but 1000. So the same thing which is proceeding over here is I want to find out how much is the total amount. For that I have price each, which means price of each item, and how many quantities were ordered, that is nothing but quantity ordered and price each. Now this will be generated. Now still it will show us an error. Why? Because I cannot find out for individual row. As it is a group by, I want to generate a grouped outcome, that is nothing but with the help of aggregation. So I will use sum over here and sum over here. So you can see that it is generating total amount, that is quantity ordered into price each. Sum is known as total amount. As, let me write an alias name so that I don't get this bigger name over here, and let me write it out as total amount. So I've written a total amount over here. Now what do I want to do is I have gathered total amount spent by each order number or spent on each order number. I want to find out which one or which order number is having greater than 50k. So this result which I generated with the help of group by needs to be filtered out. In order to filtering it out, I will use a total amount, that is an aggregated column created just now to filter, and I will not use where clause, as you know that where clause would not filter a group data. So I will be using something called as having clause. So having what? Total amount. I can write the aggregated column name or the alias name for the same. So total amount greater than. Now it's 50k. So it's not like you have to write 50k. It's wrong. You should write 50. K means 1000. So 3 zeros. And when I run this, you can see those order numbers or those order amounts are being shown which are having a value greater than 50k. So if you see, having that element is important over here, and this is being filtered out over here. So we saw that how do we filter out the data on the basis of a having clause. The operators which you use in having clause are the same which we use in where. So if let's say someone asks you, can I use where clause and having clause all together at once in a query? And how do you think so a question would be framed for the same? So let's see how a question would be framed, and can I use where and having both together in my query in order to filter out the results, normal results as well as a group results. So find those order status for the year 2003. Now I want to find out those order status for the year 2003 where the order count is greater than 20. Which means for that particular status, I want the order count to be greater than 20. Let's first see which table should I use. So as per the question, it seems that I can use orders table. So select star from orders. Let me see if I have order status here and all. So here you can see I have order number, I have order date, I have required date, I have ship date, I have status. I have comments and all. Now I want to find in the year 2003 how many or which status has more than 20 orders in it position or in its part. So for that, let me first get the year. As you know that I want to filter out data and I want to use only that data which is of the year 2003. If you can see in my table, there is no column which is give me the year, that is 2003, but there is a date, there is 2003, and I would be extracting the year from the date which we have seen last time in the group by part. So let's proceed further. How will I do it is select star from orders and I will write what where. Now as everyone has said that you cannot use aggregated function. Now what are aggregated function? Which goes to all the data's multiple records and give one outcome. So it is going to give us one aggregated outcome. But there is one more function known as scalar function. Now what's a scalar function? Scalar function will work and execute and give a result set for each row. And if I use scalar function in order to extract the data, it will help me. So it's like here order date is going to be equals to 2003. So if I extract the data in such way, is it going to help me? And you can see yes. So you can use scalar function which does not give an aggregated result, very similar to sum, min, max, average and so on. But in where clause you can use scalar functions which are there. You cannot use aggregated functions. So here if you can see that the entire data which is being extracted is for the year 2003. Now for those order status where the year is 2003, first I want to only grab that 2003 ka data and then I will generate a particular result set on that graph data, which means on the data of the year 2003. So here if you can see, I've got the data of 2003. What I would be doing now, I would be creating groups. Group by what? Group by what? Status. Now, as you know, the error which comes over here, that is select list not in group by. In select, what do I have written as star? I want to write the column which is available in my group by. That is nothing but status. So this is just giving me the 3 status which are there available in the year 2003. Shipped, resolved and cancelled. It is not giving me the count of orders in each status. So in order to generate count, I will write something like this. Count what? Count, let's say status. I can write star as well. So if I write star, it's fine, but only for count, not for sum, min, max and so on. So count, if I do, you can see it is showing shipped, resolved, cancelled, count. And let me change the name. As you can see, count star is not a suitable name which I have. So I can write order count in each status, and you get the order count in each status. In shipped we have 108, in the resolved we have 1, and in cancelled we had 2. So in the year 2003, this is the data, but I have to find out order count greater than 20, which means which status has order count greater than 20. So what I will do is, after group by, after grouping up the data, I will be implementing something called as having. Now having what? If you can see, I have filtered out on the basis of year. Here I will be filtering out on the basis of that count star. Is greater than what? 20. If you see, this is showing me that order status which has order count greater than 20 in the year 2003. Now, this is how the query will proceed if you have where clause as well as a having clause. So, where clause, if it is there, it will be written before group by, and if there is an having clause, it will be written after group by. Where clause will never filter your data on the basis of aggregated function. Having clause, on the other hand, will filter out your data on the basis of aggregated function. Now, many people say, can I use both of them together? The answer would be yes. If you can see, we have practically seen how both of them could be used together. So this was about a having clause. Let's see that what is the simplistic difference between a where clause and having clause, and when do we preferably choose a where clause and when do we preferably choose a having clause. So if I want to talk upon the difference between a where clause and a having clause, so let me write the difference over here. So if I want to talk upon a where clause and if I want to talk upon a having clause, first of all, where clause is used to filter out the rows or the records. So where clause is used to filter rows or records of the table, which means a normal table which we have. Now when it comes to having clause, now having clause is used to filter grouped records or grouped rows. The having clause is used to filter grouped data or grouped rows, which are there. Grouped rows in order from a table. Now, where clause cannot use aggregated function. In order to filter out the result set. Having clause can use aggregated function, which is sum, min, max, and so on. Third one, your where clause is always written before group by. So where clause is executed before group by, and if I'm talking about a having clause, now having clause is executed after group by. When I talk upon where does a where clause is used? Now where clause is used with select, insert, update, delete statements. So where clause is used with select, the select queries which we saw here, update and delete statements. Having clause is only used during the select. So having clause is used with select statements. So with the select statements itself, this is going to be helpful. It's not going to be used with your update, delete, and so on. So this was a simplistic difference which I wanted to talk and discuss related to where clause and having clause. As both of them are used to filter out the records. One is used to filter out rows and records on an individual row, whereas having clause is used to filter out the records on a group data, the group rows. Now, what if someone says that I don't have where clause mentioned, I don't have group by mention, and I write it having, and then I give a normal group by a normal filtering data. Will it perform? Yes, it will perform. It will perform very similar to your where clause. But the use case of having is it is most of the time used when a group data is generated and that needs to be filtered out further. So this was all about a having clause, how it is used and how it is implemented further. So I hope you have understood what is an having clause, how does it use, and how are the use cases of having clause with respect to its practical implementation.